your gas prices might be going up soon, and here's why. Atlas Oil, one of the largest U.S. fuel distributors in the country, distributing over 1 billion gallons last year of fuel, just reportedly was breached by Blackbasta. Blackbasta is a ransomware extortion gang, and they posted on the dark web that they stole 730 gigabytes of data from Atlas. This data includes corporate data, accounts, HR, finance, and executive data, as well as users and employee information from the company. They added Atlas to a list of victims on their Tor site just the other day and posted a series of documents as proof that they did indeed hack Atlas. These include ID cards, data sheets, payroll payment requesters, and pictures of the exfiltrated folder. Now, this is a terrible thing and horrible for our gas prices, but what can you do as an employee in cybersecurity within your organization to help protect your organization from this happening as well? Well, here's some more information about Blackbasta to build some context for what you can do. In November 2022, Blackbasta was linked to the financially motivated hacking group Fin7 by the organization Sentinel Labs. So this means that they believe that Blackbasta is associated with Fin7. This is a good thing for one main reason, which we'll get to in just a moment. Cybereason Global SOC in November of 2022 as well also observed in the past year a notable increase in the number of QuakeBot infections, which tends to be a precursor for Blackbasta being installed. Researchers have also noted that the threat actor Blackbasta tends to move extremely fast, going from initial network foothold to domain admin in around 2 hours and deploying ransomware in 12. That's pretty quick, and you really need to be on top of your game if you're going to combat this once they get in at the network level. Obviously, the best case scenario is to stop them from getting in at network level, and it is my caution to you to be very careful and really educate your employees on phishing awareness, as phishing is one of the top vectors within the evil bad guys' way of getting into your environment. That number one way is phishing and social engineering. So if you can educate your users, that is going to be one of your best defenses against these hacking groups. However, of course, user education is not always foolproof, as humans are flawed. So we develop systems to try and stop these attackers from progressing any further if they do get in through a lax employee who just approves an MFA code or clicks on a phishing link and puts their credentials in, etc. My recommendation for you to help combat this is heavily linked to the fact that Blackbasta is linked to Fin7, and we have MITRE ATTACK data on Fin7. You can go to the attack techniques used by Fin7 on MITRE's website, which is linked below, and then from there you can use MITRE's tool called Caldera to test different tactics than Fin7 would use against your organization's security systems, such as your EDR and your network intrusion prevention system, your domain, to see whether you are vulnerable to their attacks or whether your EDR detects it. If your EDR, IDS, IPS detects this traffic, then likelihood is you're more protected than not. However, if it doesn't protect it and doesn't detect that this malicious traffic that you are setting up is going on, then that is a cause for concern, and maybe you should reevaluate what you're using for EDR. The link to Caldera will be linked below. I've not personally tried it, but it is from MITRE, so it should be a really good resource to use. Another resource is Atomic Red Team. You can get an Atomic Red Team plugin for Caldera, and it looks to be pretty good. So I highly recommend you use that to, in a ideally lab environment, don't do this in your production environment, test these attack techniques of Fin7 and make sure that you are protected against these, so that should Blackbasta somehow find a foothold, you're mostly protected and your EDR will at least alert you on it as soon as possible. All right, everyone, if you like this video, please feel free to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already for more amazing cybersecurity content. Comment below what your thoughts are on this potential breach and also on the previous 2 big breaches that have happened, at least in the healthcare space. We had Change Healthcare and we had the Ascension breach just in the past couple of months. Ransomware seems to be ramping up quite a lot, and hopefully this doesn't affect our gas prices, but I guess that remains to be seen. Please head on over to my website, talkelly3.com, to sign up for my newsletter so you can stay up to date on all the great content and plans I have for this channel and for my personal channel, which is also linked down below. I'm Talmadge from Big Bro Security, and let's keep staying secure together.